Hey everyone, we're here again live with another episode of Stable School Podcast, live from Cannes. I'm your host, Raza, head of growth at Scroll, and I'm here with no one else than Sergej from 1inch.
Yeah. Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here.
Sergej, please introduce yourself for whoever doesn't know you, and what is 1inch?
So I'm Sergej. I'm a software engineer, software architect for around 20 years. I'm co-founder of 1inch. I'm a co-founder. We just came to a simple idea on a hackathon. Hackathon is like a competition project where you can compete with other programmers to build a project, and then you can win something from sponsors or from the organizers. So we were traveling around the globe, participated, I think, in 13 months on 17 hackathons. Most of the hackathons were Ethereum Global. And in New York City, back in 2019, we have built something what people start to use. So we combined multiple decentralized exchanges into a single place, so kind of best trading venue. And since that time, we continue to build and work on the swap. So I call it like we eat with swap, we sleep with swap. When I travel, when I do something, I always think about how we can improve the swap. So I pitch it like we are the swap. So 1inch is the swap itself. And of course, we have some other products, what we have built. It's like tools, like 1inch wallet, for example. So non-custody wallet that helps you to interact easily with the different chains and use our, for example, cross-chain swaps. And the software as a service business, what we have built, so we recognize that other people need the same APIs, what we use. For example, what is the balance of the wallet, or what are the tokens on the wallet, or I want to swap, I need to get the information about the prices. So yeah, we have built a lot of things, but our North Star is still we provide a seamless experience for exchanging assets. As a best trading venue.
So it's actually true, you came out of a hackathon.
Yes. We are someone who were traveling around the globe. We built on every hackathon something different. So in South Africa, it was a live streaming platform where you got paid through a crypto payment channel for each kilobyte people consume. So if you have like 1,000 people watching you, and they pay $1 per minute. Per minute. Then you earn $1,000 per minute. Yes. So, or if you have 100,000 people, then you earn $100,000 per minute. So it worked after two sleepless nights. It worked. Same as with 1inch hack. We have built 1inch on a hackathon. My personal sleepless record is 56 hours.
Wow, That's crazy. A seasoned hacker right here. Double clicking a little bit on the value proposition of 1inch. I remember Berlin, Berlin, 2022. That was actually the first time I dived into 1inch, and you guys came with like a huge update where you were even more efficient in routing. But for someone who doesn't know, like how does the swapping actually work?
So we started with the classic approach. We call it we have an algorithm, and we generate information how to exchange one asset against another by using multipath algorithm. So you have kind of sometimes you have no liquidity between two pairs, also between two tokens in one pair, and you need to go through different connector markets. So you can just imagine. If you take a real world example, you have like $100 million and you would like to buy a Tesla stock. So Tesla stock is traded not only to US dollars, but also to euro, to Singapore dollar and Swiss franc. It makes no sense to buy just with US dollar because you would face price impact, because like order books are filled to specific amount. So, and when you buy from the order book directly from the spot price, so you face price impact. So you get less compared to if you would just split your US dollars in these different currencies like euro, Swiss franc, Singapore dollar, and you exchange a little bit everywhere. So, and we solved this on blockchain, and it works very well atomically because the EVM compatible chains are all the transactions are atomic. So if something goes wrong in the middle of the path, and you will not get at the end what you expected, or somewhere some assets would stack, we can revert and roll back the transaction. So this is the beauty of the blockchain. That's why it was possible to build easily on blockchain. What is not possible in traditional finance, because every exchange, centralized exchange, is own local market with own local liquidity. So, and they are not open at all. So you cannot really interact with them. But DeFi, decentralized finance, offer it, because every component, every protocol can be used in permissionless manner. Since 2022, we have intent-based protocol. I call it marketplace, where our protocol sell user orders to market makers. It's also even gasless, so you don't have to have a native token on the blockchain. You just send an off-chain order, what is shared with the market makers and arbitrage traders who passed our compliance checks from the 1inch Foundation and AML screening. They do all the transactions for you. So all the costs, all the execution costs are completely included. And like we found out, it was just an idea that it could work much better than what we started. But we found out that actually it generates much more value, because on higher amounts, especially on higher amounts, the user can get more. We have real world examples where someone exchanged 12 million USDT to Ethereum, and this guy got $209,000 more. It's just like, because this guy used our tech, he got brand new 911 Turbo. Yeah, it's not Turbo S. Turbo S is a little bit more expensive, but the Turbos he could afford to buy, or maybe old Lambo. That's really nice to see. It was also unexpected from us. We had just some ideas how to improve the rates, and found out, okay, if you sell huge, like bigger trades to market makers, not with the protocol, yeah, it's completely written in stone, it's written in a smart contract, in a program, that the order is just sold in time to market makers, and market makers compete between each other because they cannot wait. If someone else take it first, it's gone. So they cannot make money. They settle even if they make like 50 cents, profit, or maybe $1 they settle already. And this means that we turn it a little bit around, so the user is fully protected from also even math by architecture design. So all the risks are going to the market makers who are professionals, who know how to protect themselves from sandwich attacks, math extraction, and who wants to earn money. So it turns into a huge marketplace. And since September last year, we introduced cross-chain swap support. You easily just swap from any chain what we support into another under like 2 minutes. It depends on the chain, of the finality. And we follow two things, two principles. Everything what we build is non-custody. So it means no one needs to make a deposit and give funds to us. People are interacting directly with the smart contracts, with their programs on decentralized computer, and it's atomic. So it means also even in a cross-chain swap, if the market maker stops to settle and don't want to finish the settlement, the user get the funds back. Yeah.
How does that work? Because you said atomic, but different chains have different levels of finality. I mean, you're an engineer. Yeah.
We have a flow. When the user create the order, there are some parameters. So, and the finality is for every chain different. And in this order, these finalities are set in times. There are timings. There's a flow and timings. What should happen after what? The complexity is completely hidden, and the complexity went to the market makers, to arbitrage traders, professional executors. and the user don't need even to do a transaction. It's just an off-chain order. You sign with your cryptocurrency wallet that it's intent. I want to exchange 10 Ethereum to USDC, 10 Ethereum on Ethereum, 10 to USDC on Unichain, for example. So, and there's a flow, and the market makers do the transactions. There are like 4 transactions what they need to do. And the client application verifies that it was properly done. It's based on a HTLC. HTLC are hash time lock contracts invented already in 2013, but no one implemented properly because they didn't have our intent-based protocol. So we also didn't know that we can combine it. We understood it already late last year, so we're running intent-based protocol since 2022. It took a little bit of time to understand it by ourselves. We combined it and we found out it works very well. So the client's application holds a secret. And with this secret, the market makers can unlock funds. And the secret is only shared when the whole flow was properly done. Yeah, and the user is safe in terms of like that. It works with the escrows. Yeah, so that on the destination chain and escrow, a specific amount of money is assigned for the user, and when the user shares a secret, unlock happens for the market maker and for the user. So user get just assets sent to your own wallet. So you as user, you have really super seamless experience, similar to centralized exchange, but with following 2 principles: atomic and non-custody.
And so the rise of all these stable coins, a lot more cross-chain swapping happening than ever. Which stablecoin is like the best execution today, and what's like the main hurdle for like swapping right now cross-chain?
Most famous is USDT for sure, but most used for cross-chain is USDC. So Circle. They have native bridge already released in the 2nd version, super seamless experience. But this is not for the end customer. I would say it's more for infrastructure products. Some of our market makers do for the rebalancing strategies. They rebalance through USDC native bridge. It works like that you on the origin chain, you just burn USDC, and destination chain, you get it on the wallet. So they mint it. So it's like kind of centralized service. That's why from my point of view, it's just infrastructure product, and users should be completely protected.
You see a lot of rise of meta aggregators right now. Do they actually solve a problem, or does it like create more complexity?
It's okay that they're there. Like MetaMask is kind of meta aggregator. They use multiple providers, and but sometimes they compare apples with oranges and bananas.
Could you explain?
If you compare the classic swap approach with the intent-based approach, you cannot really compare because one is apple, one is orange. So classic swap is the path is pre-generated, and the user has some risks in terms of like math, sandwich attacks, and also failed transaction risks. So they potentially pay for failed transaction. So, and the return amount is what the user gets through this swap is unclear. Mean return is clear. And most of the time when someone do the transaction by themselves, they get attacked through math bots and get actually mean return. The minimum return, what they actually don't want, they want the market rate. So, and intent-based swaps are just intents, what can also generate much more out of it. How I already explained with the bigger size, especially. That arbitrage traders have time to arbitrage through centralized exchanges, also other networks, and can actually settle for the better rate for the user, not even higher than market rate in the local network. Yeah. So, and they cannot really estimate how much the user get in return. Sometimes it's difficult. We see also competing. Someone compares our classic swap with cow swap. And it's not comparable. You cannot compare it. It's not possible. So it's different types.
Gotcha. And if you look at fusion orders are very popular to put like a gas-free limit order.
It's in simple words, it's intent-based swap.
Intent-based swap.
Yeah.
How have you seen like the rise of popularity of fusion orders?
So people stick still to the classic approach somehow. So we were really early December 2022 with the release of the intent-based protocol. They are moving more and more to the intent-based approach because they understand that they get protection by design from math extraction. We see people also using CoSwap, also intent-based. We have seen Uniswap followed us and introduced also based on Dutch auction intent-based protocol. So adoption is going on, but it takes time. When we started with DEX aggregation, we were first, who really aggregated among decentralized exchanges in one single transaction, and split it also between multiple DEXs. Everyone still used DEXs, Pancake Swap, then Sushi Swap or Uniswap.
Why do you think that is?
Because adoption needs time, and it was really pain to let people use just aggregators. I think no one is right now using direct DEX, and even DEX started to do aggregation like Uniswap. They introduced own algorithm for this classic approach with the different paths, but on own algorithm, on own protocol. So they had also not good rates compared to us because we have the whole liquidity from the market. And then they started also to do intent-based swaps and let everyone to settle. So they became kind of also marketplace. It takes time to adapt something, especially when it's completely new approach. And nowadays, for us, right now what's difficult to adapt is this multi-chain, cross-chain approach where you as user, you should not care about the network as a primary information. You should see your assets. We get sometimes bad feedback from the customers. They don't like first to choose the asset and then the network. But this is the way kind of to bring more adoption for cross-chain swaps. So that's why we were able also to grow our cross-chain swaps, because it's easier to understand that, okay, I have now USDC on Arbitrum and I can easily buy Uni on Uni chain, so I can maybe stake or something, if you wouldn't do that, the people would maybe not use our new feature. So it's like a little bit pain to adapt. You know? It's a little bit it's a pain to adapt new approaches, new technologies.
So you see it as a way to like reconfigure the behavior of the user by first letting them pick the asset.
Yes.
And so do you see it as an issue that DEXs are adopting like intent-based approaches, or does that like replace the use of an aggregator, or is that like not really because you already alluded that when you said Uniswap is not as efficient as you. Yeah,
they try to compete, and that's okay. It's a human thing, I think. Everyone wants to build own unicorn. Everyone wants to own by themselves the liquidity, like Unichain. Why we need Unichain? I don't know. From like point of view of what benefits user get, but I understand why Uniswap Labs need this. Yeah.
So that's a hot
take. Because they want to own the liquidity.
Yeah.
They actually started the vampire attack with the farmings on Unichain. They want the liquidity moved to Unichain, and they have the ownership over that.
Well, so I like what you're saying, and I want to double click on it. What's your take on all these chains?
We don't need all of them, or almost all of them. We have why we need, I don't know, a copy of Optimism. I don't know, like Unichain, for example, or we see on top of Zcash Sync also like layer 3s, like I think Zerion started also on chain. We don't need. Why? Like Zerion tried to make a value proposition that transactions are like free, but you have never free transactions. So someone can abuse it. It doesn't work. Yeah. So I think that's everyone. It's easy. It's easy to launch on layer 2. And I got a question today from one guy, why we are not launching on layer 2 or layer 3?
You mean 1inch?
Yeah, it's 1inch. And I didn't find a use case for that yet. So,
I have a bunch of questions. Do you think liquidity fragmentation is still an issue?
It's a huge issue. So my keynote from today, I spoke also about the liquidity fragmentation. So back in 2019, we had only Ethereum. And then now we have a lot of layer 2s. Even Solana got traction, other layer 1s. We have also Suya, Aptos rocking right now in the space. We need somehow to unite it. That's why we are running on online hackathon together with Ethereum Global. So everyone is welcome to apply for the hackathon. We have a prize pool of $500,000. So you can build something on top of our protocols, or you can implement for a new blockchain our protocol. So based on the reference implementation and the white paper, so we can expand much faster. Yeah. So that's like, because we got this fragmented liquidity, we decided also to build this cross-chain protocol for swaps. So we can also address the need of users. Actually, also my problem and my pain, that people need to jump between these different blockchains and layer 2s without huge pain. So that's why we integrated, we built this protocol and offer such a service.
Yeah. So essentially, you're saying, I mean, of course, you created 1inch as a need to aggregate liquidity across dexes. But do you think that like with 1inch here, we actually don't have an issue anymore with fragment liquidation, because you could have like the 1inch interface and then
we reduce the pain right now. My wish is to have environment where people don't really care about the network. But for this, you need also wallets who support this. So we are working on the wallet to support this. So you just you see your assets like on centralized exchange. You see Bitcoin, but you could have Bitcoin on different networks, like also wrapped Bitcoin. And then when you do sell of the asset, and under the hood, maybe the sale would happen on multiple blockchains in the same time. Yeah. And the user shouldn't really think about that and see it necessarily. They would see maybe proofs that it was exchanged, and then you got quickly the asset what you wanted on, and what chain is also not necessarily needed for the user. We have something like this on Bitcoin as well. So if you get a lot of small amounts of Bitcoin, then you cannot just if you send like one Bitcoin, but you got this Bitcoin in small pieces, then you pay a lot of fees, because all the small amounts needs to be collected together and sent over. It's just the architecture, like UTXO architecture of Bitcoin, and that's why we have the complexity. But in the client, you don't see it, right? You just have Bitcoin, you send it, or you exchange it. And there we need to come, and I think we need 1 or like maybe 2 years for this. Yeah.
So, 1inch has launched a credit card or a debit card.
It's a debit card partnership with banks, and it works very well. We have good volumes.
So, tell me a little bit more on how it works under the hood, and why did you launch a debit card?
So I don't do centralized finances, and we just partnered with a white label solution. Also, MetaMask partnered with banks, and we offer it's like a tool. It's like a tool helper. What I personally need. So if I go and buy a coffee, I pay with my 1inch MasterCard. So how that works? There's a smart contract where you can deposit the assets, and these assets can be used for payments. And converting, everything happens through banks. We will upgrade, I think, soon to fully non-custody, so you have your assets on your wallet. You don't have to deposit anymore assets in an extra smart contract. And maybe we will make a really nice crypto card with the built-in crypto wallet as well.
So, do you think that's the future where I was just gonna like fully live on chain, or will it always be like some on-ramp, off-ramp?
On-ramp, off-ramp we need for sure still, and I think we will need it for the next 20 years, maybe 10 years. The world moves very slow. The traditional world recognized after 14 years that stablecoins are cool and useful. So I think it takes additional 10 years that they understand that decentralized finance makes sense.
Yeah, maybe.
So at least, yeah.
So, but looking at like, a crypto credit card versus like a traditional credit card, or the crypto debit card, versus, is it like the fees are more appealing, or they're still like, is it more expensive to use? So
if you speak about one each card, you get cashback. I think like 2%. I'm not sure, like 1 to 2% you get in what currency you want. So you can get Bitcoin. I get it in Bitcoin. So I have like, I think $1,000 in Bitcoin now. That's cashback, yeah. Yeah. Of course, it's painful to have intermediates. Actually, we don't need debit cards, credit cards, or any cards. You just scan your QR code of someone whom you want to send something, and then you send through cryptocurrency wallet. And this will come that everyone will have a cryptocurrency wallet in the pocket, and it would be standard. It would be like a common thing that everyone have cryptocurrency wallet, and non-custody one on the phone.
So all we will be paying is gas fees on the network.
I think we will go into into abstraction of gasless execution.
And so, from your point of view, what is like the biggest bottleneck when it comes to like stablecoin adoption today?
I think there's no bottleneck. So people already speaking about stable tokens, regulation is there as well. So MiCA license in Europe, it works already, and adoption is going well from our point of view. And I think more people will understand that actually all the payment providers are not necessarily.
So you're just seeing efficiency upon efficiency, slowly adoption upon the adoption.
So I think what is more efficient will be used. It's a normal thing. Same with internet. All the banks, institutions, and people could use still telephone, to communicate. But they decided to use internet because it's more efficient, and you got a huge amount of possibilities. Without internet, I think today we would have some problems.
100%. When it comes back to like swapping, from chains, from network, what are the biggest pain points today? Is it gas fees or like the fear of an MEV attack?
So in terms of swapping, we have kind of math problem with math. People still using DEXs or aggregators in classic manner, so that they do the transaction by themselves and don't use intent-based protocols. Even we have some intent-based protocols. From our point of view, they are nothing else than a centralized broker-dealer. Yeah. In terms of like execution costs, it became better. So in terms of like gas costs for Ethereum, on Ethereum blockchain, sometimes it jumps, but most of the cases it's not that expensive. And it works also without Ethereum, like intent-based protocol supports, like 1-inch swaps supports gasless by design, but by default, designed by default.
So what does like innovation for 1-inch look like from here?
So what's next, you mean?
What's next? What are you excited about?
We are adopting other blockchains, not EVM-compatible blockchains. We rolled out for Solana support. We were the first intent-based protocol on Solana for swaps. We protect people from math by design, and we publish everything under MIT license, the source code of the smart contracts. We will add other blockchains as well, also Bitcoin, also Sui, Aptos. So we just try to replace centralized exchange for spot trading at least. I think we will also look into direction of options, derivatives. There's a lot of things to build, actually, a lot of things.
Is the vision of 1-inch to like replace TradFi or play a role in it?
I don't want to replace them. I don't want to adapt to them. I want to build something what is more efficient, and I like to build. It works. What we deliver, and they need to adapt us. It's like internet, we are the new internet. They need to adapt us, otherwise they will stay behind and someday disappear.
Do you think we will be absorbed? One of the feelings or trends I'm seeing is that people are saying, "Oh, TradFi will come in and absorb all things DeFi."
I wouldn't say absorb. They would use us. They will use us and adapt. Like a bank, bank introduced digital system with computers, with servers, with databases, with interfaces, with login portals. So they use internet, right? They use what was built, what is much more efficient than just a phone call. And I would like to settle stock exchange on this price.
I get a very calm feeling from you, like, oh, we're moving ahead, we're gonna build.
Yeah. We are building. We are moving ahead, and they will adapt us sooner or later.
What is the biggest opportunity you see, like the next year?
For us, huge opportunities just to expand to all the blockchains and provide seamless experience for swaps and getting integrated everywhere. We are already integrated almost everywhere. All the wallets from Revolut, for example, non-custody wallet from Revolut, Robinhood. Such players we need to get for integrations, so they don't have to build by themselves, and they just use our tech. There's actually a lot of work next year as well. This year is already like we released Solana in 30 days. We built Solana in 30 days. 30 days after we polished a little bit and released. It was actually planned for the whole year. So my people built it, did a work of 1 year in just 1 month, I'd say.
But do you think that would have been possible without AI?
It was done without AI.
Wow.
So the thing is, sometimes people don't believe. Then you need to prove it. And I told them just let's try. I will show you. You don't have to trust me. I will show you that it works. And we defined a scope for Solana, and they delivered. And they were really surprised that it worked out. So sometimes people have fear and don't believe that they can do such things. And the whole this year, also the rest of this year and next year, we will work very hard to add more chains, to expand, to improve the user experience. We are working on rebranding. So 1st of October, our rebranding is coming.
Oh, wow. Is that going to be new name, everything?
No, it's the same name, same core values, but more adult, more enterprise, more serious.
Yeah, because... Okay, cool. Because right now it's like a very aggressive unicorn.
It's like gamification a little bit. It was a fun idea, honestly. So on Hackathons, you know why 1-inch?
No.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee.
Oh, is it actually the Bruce Lee punch?
1-inch punch of Bruce Lee.
Oh, wow.
And actually, you're one handshake away from daughter of Bruce Lee. I met daughter of Bruce Lee, Shannon Lee, last year in Hong Kong.
Oh shit!
We did collaboration together. We licensed Bruce Lee name. We did a nice advertising video.
I went to the statue, the Bruce Lee statue in Hong Kong. Like, you know.
Yes, I did my karate kick on the statue. Yeah. So it was nice, kind of. I'm fan of Bruce Lee since I was small, and I suggest Anton to call it 1H, and Anton said like, okay, instead of 1, we take number 1 because we would win alphabetical sort. So we did it. I got some idea about the the mascot, and I spoke with Hayden Adams. He went next year of my table. Spoke a little bit about the idea, and then after the conversation, I got a picture in my mind. It should be a unicorn, but very focused, like us. It's our unicorn represents our culture. We are people who deliver in short time results.
Yeah, I actually have a question about the rebrand, but quickly coming back on a tangent on Bruce Lee. Chuck Norris said he would beat Bruce Lee in a real battle. What do you think?
I don't think so. Bruce Lee trained much more than Chuck Norris, and Chuck Norris was just a karate guy.
Yeah.
He was very limited in. I did also karate, so I have a second brown belt in Shotokan karate.
Wow.
And Bruce Lee was more open-minded, I would say.
Yeah, Jeet Kune Do. I mean, the whole philosophy was. Yeah.
He created own style. And he could also roll. Like it was not just like punching and kicking.
Yeah.
He did. He's from my point of view, the person who invented mixed martial arts.
I was gonna ask. Are you a UFC fan?
Yes. I have some friends who were professionally fighting in UFC. I have a business partner who was a UFC fighter. I invested in a gym in Germany. So
who?
Pascal Kraus.
Okay.
Peter Sobora, my trainer.
But you actively train?
I didn't train like for almost a year or something. Normally I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling because I'm a little bit more older than I was before. So when I was actively training, I started with, I think, 13 karate. So with 18 I had, or 17, I had already a second brown belt in Shotokan karate. Did also some competitions. Then I switched to Muay Thai. After that, I moved to mixed martial arts and mixed up with Thai boxing, grappling, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And I love to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I had less time. I was traveling a lot, but now I will stay more in Dubai. And I plan to get a home gym, so I can get my purple belt.
Yeah, one of the dolls, the wrestling doll, so you can like practice.
I like to practice with people.
Yeah.
So it makes more fun. Yeah.
The last question before we go back to each and we wrap up. I'm curious. I really hope you say one name. Who's your favorite, like from contemporary age, like from the new age? Who's your favorite UFC fighter? He can't be retired. It's okay.
Conor McGregor had really a nice style, I would say. Before he started to drink, I think. And became a little bit crazy, but his style was really nice. Kind of, he was really smart in fighting and had a unique kind of style, I would say. Nurmagomedov was a great grappler.
He's my favorite fighter all time.
Still a great grappler.
Yeah,
but McGregor was much more colorful, I would say. Nurmagomedov did just the same thing every time.
Yeah, but he was so good at it.
Yeah, that's why Bruce Lee said, "I have no fear from a guy who know 10,000 different kicks. I have a fear from a guy who did one kick 1,000 times."
Yeah, I love that saying. And did you wrestle bears when you were younger too?
No. We had no bears. We had only wolves in the forest in Siberia. But no.
Okay, on a series of wrapping it back up, I think so a rebrand coming. The last question about it is, so is 1inch positioning itself more towards, like, say, enterprise grade clients and industry?
We try to cover multiple things. Enterprise customers through our software as a service portal. It's actually our main revenue driver. So we get our money from business integrations, B2B business, and customer-facing things we just built to adopt our technology and also to improve our technology as well, so we can sell it better to B2B.
Gotcha. Sergej, it was an absolute pleasure. Is there anything else you would like to share, or maybe like you already announced, like there's a rebrand coming? Is there anything else folks can expect? It feels like you're just like, oh, we're building great things. We're gonna keep building great things and make it better and better.
We give our best. So I have the feeling that it's the right time right now to do more than you normally do. Yeah. So to get rewards after our traditional finance adopted us as a standard technology.
Amazing. Sergej, thank you so much for joining, and we hope to have you on soon again.
It was a pleasure to be here. Stay safe.